Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the digital church space of the First Spiritual Church of the Rio Grande. My name is Reverend Tate, astrologer and mystic, and I want to let you know, no matter how you identify, no matter where you are, and no matter who you are loved infinitely, immensely, and totally. Now, in this podcast, we go through a little bit of centering, some classic hymns, choral music, and any other variety of sacred music that may suit the moment. We cover the upcoming astrological transits, have a few channeled messages, and pray for the world. If you do not want the full experience, timestamps are included with this file in the About section, so skip ahead or around as needed. Now, for some grounding. A new moon is the initiation of a new lunar cycle. The moon appears dark because the side of the moon facing the earth is not illuminated by the sun. It is a time of new beginnings, cleansing, and planning. The time of this new moon coming up is 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on April 27th. Now let's discuss the numerology before we get into the nitty-gritty of the astrological principles going on here. Now 3333 is the number ruled by the planet Jupiter, and it's a number of creativity, psychic energy, expansion, and growth. And with this very fertile, expansive, and lucky number, being tied in with this very Venusian new moon, this is a ripe and fertile time for new beginnings, new creative ventures, and new ways of expressing yourself. Now, this new moon is taking place in the zodiac sign of Taurus, a fixed earth sign ruled by sensual and sweet Venus. This new moon is all about new beginnings in love, romance, artistry, and the sweeter things in life. The ruler of the moon is exalted in Pisces, bringing in a gentle, mystical, and dreamy quality, and missing its exalted degree of 27 by just 1 degree. So treat yourself to some you time at this time. Go on a walk and enjoy the soil underneath your feet, eat some of your favorite foods, and get frisky with it. There is a sleepy, sensitive, and sultry energy this new moon that portends great luck in matters of the heart. However, it is not only matters of the heart that will be given a new concrete beginning, this is also matters of wealth accruement, the pursuit of values and beauty in all forms. Saturn is conjunct Venus, and Saturn and Venus are allies. This allows Venus to magnetize and attract our wants and her wants and desires with more seriousness. Now is the time to really think about what it is you want out of a new beginning in the realm of Venus and commit wholeheartedly. Any new money-making ventures will do well, especially if they are centered in things that are pleasurable and beautiful. Gardens planted under this new moon will flourish rapidly and yield good, sweet fruit. Now, despite this dreamy and saccharine energy, the moon is in an incredibly harsh T-square with Pluto in Aquarius and Mars in Leo. We will be dealing collectively with feelings of insecurity, lack, and honestly, harm. Be prepared for shocking and destabilizing events that are going to happen regarding power dynamics between those in power, the people, and our money. Avoid conflicts on and around this new moon, especially getting roped into any collective revolutionary action this day, as it can prove deleterious to your well-being. This new moon heralds massive change in leadership for the collective, as collectively we seek to take back power from institutions involving our money and values. Think the Hierophant for all of my tarot friends out there. Speaking of tarot, the cards that were pulled for this new moon were the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Page of Wands upright, the Star in reverse, and the Tower upright. Now this is a very reading. I didn't expect it with the energies of this new moon, but it makes sense, especially with the T-square that we're in. Starting with the Tower, we could definitely see a moment of upheaval coming in for the collective. There's a moment of upheaval, but the Tower is a really significant card because quite literally the Tower is followed by the Star in sequential tarot order, and that's because after the destruction, after the removal of our foundations, after everything is torn down, we are given a chance at rebirth. Now, with the star in reverse, there is a feeling of hopelessness, there is a feeling of despair, and there is a feeling of overall malaise in the collective. But with the Page of Wands, we're being asked to be more explorative. We're being asked to truly actually look at new opportunities, truly look at the road in front of us and not be afraid of it. Now, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is saying don't be so calculating, don't be so cold, don't be so cut off. The Queen of Swords in reverse is the ultimate arbiter of bitterness. So curb your bitterness and turn it around into that hope, into that new beginning. The air is thick and hot. Your lips stuck together and tongue like sandpaper glued to the roof of your mouth. But it doesn't matter, because beneath the discomfort, beneath the pain of the elements, you're excited. As you walk the cobbled roads to the end of town, you observe the stones turning to grass and loam. And on the horizon, you see a tent. A big tent. Like a circus tent almost. You hear the hooting and hollering, and as you get closer, you hear the music and the shouting. You hear the muffled pounding rhythm of a frenzied orator, and as you peel back the door to the tent, that thin panel of canvas, you are met with a vision. People falling out and convulsing, people screaming, people being baptized en masse, and a preacher screeching so loud his veins look like maps underneath his skin. You hear and feel the pulse of life, and despite the chaos, you feel the spirit. You feel the revival. Most people are too cowardly for a revival, to lose themselves fully in the ecstasy of belief. Perhaps it starts with the Tooth Fairy, or maybe the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, but somewhere along the line we become hateful towards the unseen, towards the divine. Being cynical doesn't make you brilliant, it makes you bitter. Being jaded doesn't mean you're smart, it means the light of your spirit is dull and lackluster. This isn't about faith. This is about possibility. I'm not asking you to believe. I'm asking you to make room for the possibility of. Room for the possibility of the divine. Fairies. What if? Ghosts. What if? Angels. What if? Nymphs, gods, ancestors, bodhisattva, apsara. What if? You may think calling the Tooth Fairy divine is a bit of a stretch, and I'll give you that. But any being that allows the human spirit to exist within a suspension of awe is indeed divine, a gift. What happens when you let in the light of opportunity? First, it's believing in miracles. Then the next thing you know, you're saving kittens from trees and thinking that life is worth living, even when the world is falling apart. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let us pray. I invoke the Holy Spirits of place, the legions of ministers of light and healing who throng at the threshold of this place, beings of heaven and earth, sky and land, hear me. I call lovingly upon your aid in humility. I do not entreat you in pride, but love and compassion. I earnestly pray for this land. I pray for its health. I pray for its longevity and the safety of its people. I pray for Turtle Island. I pray that tyranny, despots, and the machinations of old white men explode in their faces and they face the conditions that they constructed for others. I pray for those impacted negatively by this current administration, and I pray against the harmful and evil powers that move against us. I invoke the light of the sun, burn away sickness, illness, disease, and discomfort from all people, sickness of body, mind, and society. Saint Isidore, I pray that the land is truly healed. I pray that the ravages of climate change are quieted and stopped in their tracks, and we take better care of the earth and our siblings on it. I pray for Mariah, may she genuinely blossom into her purpose. I pray for Heather, may her relationships be guided to the best outcome. I pray for Letico, may sweet love and connection bloom in their life. I pray for Matt, may their mental health and clarity of purpose be divinely restored. I pray for Sam, may Sam find employment that is financially enriching and emotionally satisfying. I pray for Ryan, may they truly find love. I pray for Luhan, heal their heart and release them from the chains of the past. I pray for Z the Conqueror, may they have peace and friendships and connections. I pray for Aurora the Goddess, for freedom from the shackles of media illusions and divine clarity. I pray for Moon Babes, for healing and freedom, for Luna, for life to improve and for roads to open, for JC, for queer joy, love, and liberation, for Shauna, for financial independence, for Aguatumari, for divine guidance and breakthroughs, and an edifying life that pleases the spirits, healing in their relationships, both platonic and romantic. I pray for love and life and joy, for good health, for loved ones, and fearlessness in the pursuit of purpose. And I pray for Maya, that her hormones and safety as a trans woman is guaranteed. And I pray for Dr. Hudson in their pursuit of wisdom and justice. And I pray for the world. I ask for the intercession of the divine ancestors, that you come forward and bless us in our relentless pursuit of justice, love, and compassion in every avenue in life. And by your light, by your wisdom, and by your grace, may it be so. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Now, if you would stay, I have some announcements at the end. Thank you.